Okay, guys, so you should have a notes packet for lesson 10. So the first thing that we talk about is what are some numbers that are equal to 15 divided by 12? That can also be written as 15 over 12 like this. So if we think about that, if this fraction can simplify, and it can, to 5 over 4, those would be equivalent. Or another example might be 30 over 24 would be equal because they simplify to the same amount. We could also go ahead and divide them. 15 divided by 12 is 1.25. So all of those values are going to be equal to one another. And it's important to be able to know and recognize equal fractions and equal numbers, especially in this lesson. All right, so on 10-2, we look at similar triangles that are on the same line. So as you can see, there are 3 right triangles on this graph. And I'm drawing each one of them in a different color. And as you can see, they are all connected using this same line right here. So what this table is asking us to do down below is it's asking us to write down how much the vertical side and horizontal side is for each triangle. So for triangle ABC, the vertical side, remember vertical means up and down. So if I'm looking at triangle ABC, the vertical side for ABC is that side of the triangle right there. So the amount is 3. For the horizontal side, remember horizontal is left and right. So this triangle, horizontal side length is 4. Then notice in this last column it asks us to write the vertical side divided by the horizontal side. So if I wrote this as a division problem again, 3 over 4. And then we could also go ahead and divide it to get 0.75. So if we go through, I want you to pause the video and I want you to go through and I want you to fill out the table for the triangles CD and E and FGH. And then I want you to come back to the video and see if you got it right. Okay, so the vertical side for CDE is this side over here, up and down, which is 6. The horizontal is 8, which means the vertical divided by the horizontal would be 6 over 8. And if you type that into your calculator, we get 0.75. One more triangle to do. So for H and G, notice it's one full box and then another half a box. So 1.5. The horizontal side is 2, which means the division problem 1.5 divided by 2. And if we actually complete that, we get 0.75. So as you notice, all of the vertical side divided by the horizontal side, they all simplify to the same amount, 0.75. So these are all going to be equal. All of these triangles are going to be equal. And the reason why they are equal is because they all sit on this same line together. Hopefully you guys can see that all of them are connected by that same line. So we're going to start calling those triangles slope. They are all connected and they sit on the same line because they have the same slope for that particular line. Okay, at the bottom of your page you'll notice that it says what is slope. I'm going to put the definition up here, but I need you to pause the video so that you can write it down because I'm not going to stay on it for very long. So what is slope? The slope of the line is the quotient of the vertical distance and the horizontal distance between any 2 points on the line. Again, if you need more time on that, go ahead and pause it to look at it. So I'm also going to add in here back on your notes. So it's the vertical number of the triangle over the horizontal side. And remember that vertical is up and down and horizontal is left and right. Okay, so add that in to your definition as well. All right, so then we're going to go on to the next page. So it says multiple lines with the same slope. So it says draw two lines with the slope of 3. So if I have the slope of 3, the first thing that I notice is it's not written as a fraction. So in those other numbers, we had the vertical over the horizontal. Well, this one only has one number. So you have to remember that we can make any whole number a fraction by putting it over 1. So that means 3 is going to be our vertical amount of our triangle, and 1 is going to be our horizontal amount. So over here on your graph, I want you to draw in a triangle. And on all of these, we're going to move down and to the left. Okay? So I drew a point. You can draw a point anywhere on your graph. But when I draw in a triangle, I have to draw 3 vertically and 1 horizontally. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lay down your ruler and you're going to connect those 2 points so that you have a line similar to what we just had in the previous problem. Now, another thing to remember is what is an equivalent fraction to 3 over 1? Well, 6 over 2 is the same as 3 over 1. So I want to show you how I can find the equivalent triangle or similar triangle in here. So if I start here, my horizontal of my triangle should be 2, and my vertical for my triangle would be 6 boxes. Do you guys see how the similar triangles, the equivalent values, create the same line? So then it asks us to draw 2 lines. So what I want you to do over here on the other part of your paper is I want you to pick another spot. And this time we're going to draw in as many 3 over 1s as we possibly can. So vertically I have to have 3 and horizontally I have to have 1. But I can do that exact same movement again. So I can go down 3 and horizontally 1 again, and I can do it again until I run out of space on my graph. What that does is it allows me to lay down my ruler and make a more perfect line whenever I am connecting them. And it kind of looks like a stair step. And if I went back and counted 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, we use the slope of 3 over 1 to create the exact same line. Okay, so let's do another one. So this time, my slope is 1 over 2. So 1 is going to be my vertical number, 2 is going to be my horizontal number. Before I get started, I want to come up with an equivalent fraction. So I could use 2 over 4 or 4 over 8 or 3 over 6, and we could go on and on and on. But we're going to focus in on this 1 over 2. So I want you to draw in a line that has a triangle that is 1 vertical box and 2 horizontal boxes. And I want you to use that strategy of doing it over and over and over again until we run out of room. So 1 horizontal box and 1 vertical box and 2 horizontal. 1 vertical, 2 horizontal. 1 vertical, 2 horizontal. Notice I ran out of room. But my graph, I still have some room up here at the top. So I can go the other way and do 2 horizontal and 1 vertical. And 2 horizontal and 1 vertical. Now that I've run out of room, somebody said that this looks like steps. And they're right. So I created my steps, so now I have to connect them. But again, the directions tell us to draw 2 lines. So I'm going to draw another line. And this time, I'm going to use 1 over 2, but I'm also going to use 2 over 4. Since those are equal, I want to show you that equivalent and similar triangles will make the exact same line. So I'm going to draw in 1 over 2. So that's 1 triangle. Now the equivalent triangle is 2 over 4. So instead of going 1 vertically, I'm going to go 2 vertically. And instead of going 2 horizontally, I'm going to go 4. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I went too far. So that if I connected these, this is what I should have. And again, 1 over 2, 2 over 4, they equal the same amount. So they're going to create the same line. Okay, so this is using slope to create a line. Good. So this concludes the first part of the video. So if you are needing to also finish the notes, so you're going to go to the second video on the home doc and finish it through there.